who's in charge of Seven Brave?
Absolutely, it's me, Vince, and obviously Davies. A nice combination because of Davies likes to cut and pull. Deploy, Coles and Evans are a dangerous trio there. Look at what they've got in that middle order, though, with Pollard and all his all-round abilities. Jordan, Overton and Akil Hussain. Keep your eye out on him. I think he's one of the best bowlers in the power play. And then, obviously, you've got the pace of Archer and the skills of Mills.
This tournament and Birmingham Phoenix are no different. Look at the litter of international players throughout that lineup. Duckett, Livingston, Ali, Milne, Southey, Abbott. The two guys I'm actually looking forward to watching the most, Jacob Bethel and Dan Mosley, two young left-handers who have been outstanding in
indication that when the Flames start, the teams are ready to come on out. Their first match at home for the Phoenix men this season, and they are looking to win 3 on the trot. They've only done it once before. That was 2 years ago. And the form that they have been in, with their international players and with the local domestic players who've really stood up, is showing that they are a team ready to be reckoned with this season. They lost to the Oval Invincibles in the first match, but they went win-win against the Spirit and the Rockets. Now for the Southern Brave, they have started off this season the best they have ever done. Well, we saw in the women's game that seam made a big difference. Oh, and there's that swing. We saw the swing the other night, didn't we, from Dan Worrell. No one could lay bat on it.
Or was it 10 deliveries, no runs? Just watch the carry. Watch how late this goes as well. Look at how he creates a little bit of an angle because he bowls mid-crease.
Yeah, not a lot of foot movement, but he backs his hands to find the ball. It's racing, and it gets there.
Just let that come. Earlier on in his career, when he was younger, he would actually try and force that and get caught a lot. Saw him in Test match cricket where he got caught a lot behind and in the slips.
And he reaches for that. Wow. The challenges you face as a bowler in this game.
Just the noise, even though it's really loud here, we could hear the noise from the pod. Just watch this, it's like a sweep. Because of the pace has gone down, he's just under 80 miles an hour, which is still quick.
Just changes the line a little bit to Southey, but still gets punished, this time to the opposite side of the field.
And because he swept and he went a little bit fuller, he just tried to just bring that length back to make it shorter. And look how deep he is in his crease. And that's all about hands. Eyes level, hands through the ball.
Oh, they're swinging back into the right-hander. There's going to be a real challenge within the power play to find runs.
Yeah, look at that pace, 86. We've got pace all day long for you. If you want to see some of the quickest bowlers in this competition, we've got them today. You can see.
Oh, it sits deep in the crease and gets the length that he likes. Hit high on the bat. Hence the reason it hasn't gone all the way. Found a little bit of space. Yeah, and Southey's given up on it straight away. So the ball might be moving around a little bit, but if you still don't get it quite right, the skill of Davies and Vince will hurt you.
Yeah, just picked up, it was just a bit slower, 75 miles an hour. Is it like an off-cutter that comes down and he just flicks it?
He goes stump to stump and Vince says, just stand and hit. That's a better option. And it's an option that's worked.
Yeah, he just thought, right, I just need to stay deep and try and get underneath it, Vince. And that's exactly what he does. Hitting into the breeze, yes. But look, stand still. Gap between deep mid-wicket, long gone.
Well, that's even nicer. Power the ball before for 6. A little bit of touch for the next ball for 4. The end of the 25 deliveries. 31 down on the board.
There we have a confirmation on the sweep. Ramp sweep, in fact, using any pace on offer from Benny Howell. Great innovation from Al Davies.
Yeah, you don't often get a huge amount of pace to work with when Benny Howell has got ball in hand, normally setting yourself up for the slower balls, the knuckle balls, all the variation.
Might ball a touch shorter. Pace off again, pulled away into the gap, back-to-back boundaries for the Phoenix, or for the Brave.
Yeah, just dragging his length back on that occasion, Benny Howell, maybe because of what he saw the ball before from Alex Davies, using the paddle going behind square, but this time Davies quick enough to get onto that back foot, splits the two field.
Swept away, finds the gap beautifully, does James Vince.
Now this is a really good option for James Vince. Obviously Livingston can bowl the off spinners, but he saved that mainly for the left-handers, so he's going leg spin. Even playing against the spin is safe for Vince.
Down the wicket and straight down the ground from Vince. That'll be a maximum. Such good batting. Top edge and all the way for 6. Well played, young man. Oh, has bounced back off the side screen and he cleaned somebody up.
Well, this has gone nowhere near where James Vince was intending, but he won't mind at all. Guys down on the rope were interested for a while. I think a few of them wanted to try and get it before it bounced. But
yeah, looks leg side again. Get another boundary. Such clever batting from Vince. Reading the game and just targeting his own zones.
Yeah, again, it's as you say, Morgs, he's just one step ahead of the bowlers. He knows exactly what they're trying to do from the field that they're setting. But
gaps. And that'll take him to 50. Very well played, James Vince. Being as classy as ever, and it takes him to his 5th 150 and his 2nd this season. Oh, swept. It's near the pod. No, it's in the stand. Very clever cricket from Davies.
Yeah, and I feel this sort of shot suits his game more, rather than trying to go big down the ground off the tall fast bowlers, actually creating the angles himself. So he used the crease there, he went back and across over to the offside to open up behind square.
Yet again, just manipulating the extra bounce and pace on offer from Abbott. Clever stuff from Davies. Southern Brave go to 81 from 45 balls.
Alex Davies just moved to his highest score so far in the 100 this year. He's got a few starts, hasn't always gone on. And he allowed himself a bit of time to get in. And
Benny Howell, change of ends. No. Leg spinner in the air, taken! What a catch, Jacob Bethel! Running forward, running fast. Excellent work in the deep from the young man.
Well, this isn't the first time that we've seen Jacob Bethel pull off something spectacular in the field. Really is an outstanding athlete. He was always going for this, and if you're a fielder or if you're a player who's wanting to improve your fielding, it's always about the mindset. Always take that positive option. If you get there and you drop it, at least you've gone for it. Manages to snaffle it though. Great work from Jacob Bethel. That's the end of Alex Davies. He goes to 30, 81 of 46 balls.
Oh, cheeky stuff from Deploy. He'll get 4. 50 balls gone, 88 runs on the board.
This one edged away, wide and slower. Milne will just clear it up for 2 off that last ball. Moeen Ali's 5. 60 balls are gone. In the air. Should be taken. Is taken. In the end, got himself into a position. Jacob Bethel again. Judged it perfectly.
Don't hit it anywhere near him, simple as that, because if you do, you're likely to be walking back, as Leas Deploy is. You'll find Jacob Bethel in most of the important places. He'll be out deep mid-wicket in front of the Hollies, because he knows and they know that there'll be a lot of those opportunities. Very athletic, great eye, great love of the game as well, and loves fielding. Leas Deploy goes runnable 9. 101 runs on the board, 63 balls.
Absolutely, get your helmets on. It's one of yours, Nick.
Go wide and he'll just hit you through there. That's the only thing. Be interesting to see what the line is, but that's an awesome shot.
It shows how good this pitch is. It's like you say, I think this is just outside our stump, is it? 5th stump or 4th stump, Nick? We'll have a look here. Maybe 5th stump.
That's a bit too wide, and that's the margin against someone like him. Go a little straighter.
Oh, it's just muscled down the ground. Those big hands round that really small handle. Couple of boundaries in those 5. It's 111 from 70. Far. Vince tries to go all the way. He does, flies it. Highest score now, individual score by a batter, men's batter in the 100. That's down to Vince. He's just gone past Tom Banton with his 68. .71 is his highest score in the 100 a couple of years ago. Oh, what a shot. Seriously, Nick Knight, talk me through how good this is.
It's an unbelievable shot. The one before, okay, was excellent because the timing, middle of the bat, but the poise and precision and the skill to play this shot stayed slightly leg side of it this time. There, you see that front leg opens it up a little bit, but the rest is all about that backswing, timing. What a play.
Going to find yourself in these kinds of situations where the team's turning to you to say, we just need a little shift of the dial. And so often he does it with the ball in the field with magnificent catches. And as he's doing here, potentially with the bat.
Yeah, just misses his line and length here. Benny Howe, he's trying to out of handle themselves.
Clears the front leg and he has peppered that straight boundary all day long as James Vince. Strike rate of now 200 plus, 137 for 2.
And that is the zone. Benny Howe was trying to stay out up to Pollard. No different to Vince. 68.
But if he keeps just planting that front foot and swinging like that, Pollard and Vince, this combination just could start taking this game away.
Well, I don't think he's got much of this. We're getting a thumbs up from the cameraman. Jim, the cameraman, straight down the ground. He's clothed this. This is Jim. This is the angle. Pin.
Oh, inside edge and that'll race away. Yeah, that's the game, unfortunately. Abbott thinks he almost gets it right. Pollard reaches for one that could have been given wide. In the end, it's the inside edge for 4.
Pure luck. This for Pollard. Brings up the 50 partnership. Now for Vince and Pollard. 52 from just 26 deliveries.
And is that one of the 6s? No, it's not. It's a finger tipper. All of a sudden turns something of trying to save a boundary into almost taking a miraculous catch.
Jacob Bethel again in the deep, in the hot spots. Moving away to his right. Oh, What an effort this is. Sprawling, fingertips is all he could manage. He's gutted.
Shovels it out, straight down. It skips across the ground to Duckett. They will take a single off the last ball. 100 balls have been bowled here at Edgbaston. The Southern Brave have put on 169. Both teams have started this competition well. 2 wins from 3 matches. And it's all shaping up to be a magnificent run chase. Vince finishing up 90 from just 47 deliveries, not out. The skipper leading the way. Pollard chipping in with 38 from 22. And Owen Morgan, I think the Southern Brave will be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, they will. Brilliant opening partnership between Davies and Vince, second highest in this year's tournament so far. Power and Pollard coming in and adding value. Vince contributing 81 between them for Benny Howell taking the opportunity, and Pollard finishing off the work. 38.
2 wickets the bowlers went to Sean Abbott and Benny Howell. A plethora of seam. And
well, we've certainly got a game on our hands here at Edgbaston. Southern Brave striding out to take the field. Plenty of fast bowlers within their stocks. And they'll be looking to defend their total. They put up to the second highest score in the men's competition this year. So Birmingham Phoenix, they'll be looking to make a good start. Ben Duckett, we know what he will do. Well, there's certainly turn there, and there's certainly enough on that to race away the boundary. So a perfect start, Owen Morgan, for the Phoenix.
Certainly is. Boundary off the first ball. The international Akil Hussain. Excellent bowler, full rep.
Oh, it goes big, Ben Duckett. We didn't think it would be too long until he tried to take the bowlers on. Manages to get his first boundary of the day. Is off the mark as well. So 161 needed from 95.
Yeah, first 5 just starting and finishing with boundaries. What allows Ben Duckett to sweep this ball is the length. Touch fuller from Hussain.
Well, and again, bit of innovation from Ben Duckett. How often do we see this? Him just using the pace and manages to make sure it goes all the way.
High quality, high skill, high execution from Duckett. He goes down early here. Overton sees him, looks to follow, but such is the level of talent Ben Duckett has.
Well, he's picked that up really nicely, Ben Duckett. That will sail away into the crowd. There might be a few more of those. He looks in good touch.
He picks up length so quickly here. Look at the extra bounce. This is neither full nor short. Ben Duckett just needs to help it on its way for 6. Dropped in the crowd as well. It's a good effort because that ball is travelling at pace.
Well, this is just timing this time from Ben Duckett. He recognised that it was fuller from Archer. That's when you really have to capitalise as a batter.
Brilliant shot from Duckett. Doesn't even move his feet on this occasion. Almost like a throwdown on leg stump, and he's just flicked it. And that extra bounce means he can go up and out.
Catch that in! Oh, shouts of catch should be taken, and it is. Jofra Archer was on his heels for a moment. Bit of relief for Akil Hussain, and he manages to get their breakthrough.
Well, a much needed wicket. Oh, I think he might have broken a nail. Seemed to take an age to get to Jofra Archer at short third. Just calling for a nail clippers. Just the length that does Donald here. Looks to go through the offside, either along the ground or in the air, and carries well to Archer. And in Donald, Goes for 7, 137 required from 83 balls.
That's through. That again is just excellent timing from Ben Duckett. A really good way to finish those 5 balls. He's motoring along. 132 needed off 80. Oh, bludgeoned really from Livingston. Bit of bottom hand, manages to beat Chris Jordan, who's out patrolling that leg side boundary.
Well, Liam Livingston has tried to hit this to the moon. Down the wicket. Fancies it. Bounces more than he thought. And just to find the gap.
Use the pace. Oh, gets lucky. Gets lucky. And it will go quickly to the boundary. You know why he hasn't got a slip in place. He needs them elsewhere. But Duckett just gets a little lucky.
What's the saying? If you're going to flash, flash hard. That absolutely flew. It had to.
Using the pace, using it well. The best of Ben Duckett. That's Jofra Archer, just been dispatched square on the leg side for 6.
It's a sure 6.
He can hurt you so quickly when you don't get your length right. We know that he's so damaging square of the wicket.
Now then, finds the gap importantly. It wasn't perfectly timed, but another boundary Archer. And Southern Brave under real pressure here. The onslaught from Livingston, but mainly Duckett.
The adjustment here to the slower delivery from Duckett was superb. Uses the pace for the pull shot, the ball before for 6, and then sees its lack of pace and just holds just for a fraction.
Imagine here. At home, it's a fantastic crowd. I mean, it looks full. To the eye, it looks full. Oh, what a shot. What a shot from Ben Duckett. Now, we have seen some fantastic shots throughout the afternoon. Not too many better than that.
And people go, well, why is it better? Well, because he just check drove it in the air. Often we see it along the ground. So then all...
Yeah, full of slower ball. It just gives you a bit of a clue. Livingston will want to come back for 2, can't make it. Not even the pace of Livingston. But what a 50. What a 50. Immense pressure. Phoenix trying to chase down a big score. And what a start that young man has just given them.
50 on 21 balls.
Oh,
Should come back for 2, yeah. Livingston's very quick. Heaved away, got a long way. Someone's going to have to fetch that and throw that back a long way.
Come on, the Phoenix. Duckett is hungry for runs. He's just ordered some cricket dippers with the side portion of the 100.
700 runs, Ben Duckett in the 100. He's the 3rd player to do so.
It's gone up a long way. I think it's got the legs. It has. Just. It was a tempter. Deep square leg interested for just a moment. It's not a big boundary, leg side for the left-hander.
Highest score in the 100 for Ben Duckett. The 6 before this was clean. This wasn't, yet it still had enough to clear the boundary. And it was the height that made sure that he got there. If it was a flatter one, it would have brought the fielder into play.
They're breaking this partnership. It's gone up. It should be taken. It's taken. Brilliant catch. Oh, just. There was a little bit of confusion. Alex Davies was perhaps calling for it in the end. They found a way. They have found a way of breaking the partnership. Liam Livingston, as I say, didn't have a huge amount of the strike. And boy, did they need that.
Incoming batter for the Phoenix, your fanfare, vote player walking out.
Well, at one stage, Deploy actually turned to Davies and went, yours, and then realised it was coming his way. He had to take the catch. He does it. Importantly, well, it had some height on it. Just watch left of screen. He almost pointed and then said, no, it's mine. Then looks across and says, phew. I'm glad we worked that one out. Livingston goes for 11 from 11 deliveries. Having Phoenix 92 for 2.
Delivery. Gone full. Mid-off and mid-on up in the circle. And it's just a little check drive for a boundary.
I wonder if this was a double bluff, Corky. Say mid-off and mid-on were up in the ring, so anything near Moeen Ali's half, there was always that option to pump it straight down the ground. Good balance at the crease.
That's the shot that he wants. That's the ball he wanted. Caught. Short delivery. The field was set. And the Brave have another wicket.
Now this is what the extra pace of Jofra Archer can do. It can just cause doubt in batters' movements, not quite committing. A shorter delivery. Moeen Ali has managed to pick out the man in the deep. That was Craig Overton doing the work. Safe pair of hands as always. So the Southern Brave, they have their third wicket. And it's Moeen Ali to go. He goes for 5. 71 runs now needed off 42.
Chipped in the air. Davies underneath. It's a slower ball. It's clever bowling. Mosley didn't pick it. And the Brave have their 4th.
Now this is so clever from Tamal Mills. His first 2 deliveries, he's gone mid-60s. And then the second 2 deliveries, he's gone mid to late 80s. And then that slower ball again. I think that was a cutter. From the way that Dan Mosley has played the shot, just looks as if it's stuck in the surface because of it being a cutter. And it's just gone through to Alex Davies for a nice comfortable catch. So the Brave just picking up wickets. And Mosley, he goes without scoring. 69 needed from 35.
Sliced away, but straight to another fielder. Laurie Evans takes the catch. Jordan has his 2nd wicket. And at the moment, Phoenix cannot get a run.
Yeah, the pressure has just been building. Tamal Mills in that first 5 balls, and then Chris Jordan has just followed it up beautifully. A wider delivery. The field was set. That wider cover or point out in the deep. Laurie Evans straight to him. So Bethel, he goes without scoring. 69 needed from 31. The effort.
Now, don't think he gets all of this, and this man will not drop it. It is simple for him. Such big hands. Kyron Pollard. Akil Hussain now in the wickets. And Lewis Kimber goes.
Yeah, one of the easier catches for Kyron Pollard. We saw him take a good one the other day at Lords, running backwards and over his head. But this has pretty much gone straight to him. Kimber trying to clear the ropes leg side. So 4 wickets have now fallen in the last 16 balls for the Phoenix, and that slow trudge off tells it all. Lewis Kimber goes for 2. 66 needed off 28.
So good. It is simply brilliant from the Southern Brave. Just held that back, little bit slower, little bit of turn. Howell misses it, and they are marching to victory here, the Brave.
5 wickets in 18 balls now for the Birmingham Phoenix. Wheels have well and truly fallen off. 7 wickets down. Benny Howell was beaten on the outside edge. A bit of turn actually from Akil Hussain. Lovely piece of work as well behind the stumps by Alex Davies. So Southern Brave well and truly on top. Benny Howell, the next batter to depart, he goes without scoring. 66 needed, 26 balls left.
In for his final 5. Up in the air, Vince will give chase. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work from James Vince. Saves 1.
when it first went up, I thought James Vince thought, I'm in with a show here for the catch, and that is why he sprinted so hard. And then he went, not going to get there, but can still save the...
Down on the ramp, and we'll get this one away. Much needed boundary for the Birmingham Phoenix.
He's done well here, Duckett, because he probably wasn't expecting the low full toss either. Was getting himself into a position, something that pitches, doesn't get that, doesn't panic. Yeah, followed him a little bit more. Sets himself so early.
Goes pace off. That's a really good shot from Sean Abbott. Talk about being one of Timo Mills' best deliveries, just 67 miles per hour. No real contrast to start the over, straight into the slower ball. In the air, Pollard settles, takes an easy catch. The Southern Brave heading closer towards victory here.
Smooth around the boundary line. Pollard, he judged the line of this shot from Abbott so quickly, and then it was just down to getting those big mitts around the ball. It almost gets lost in his hands as he closed the fingers around it. Abbott goes with 11 next to his name, really couldn't quite get going and helped duck it out. 128 for 8 with 6 balls to go.
Offside, and through the gap. First ball, 4.
4 balls left, 10 needed. They might not get the points today.
Down on the sweep, Mills. Good catch from Mills. Points to the crowd. That's a good catch under pressure. And Duckett falls for 92.
An outstanding innings from Ben Duckett. Yeah, he's the hometown hero, but everyone is standing. He's been brilliant from ball 1. Took on the pace of the Southern Brave attack. Hit them to all parts of the ground. Just didn't have anyone from the Birmingham Phoenix to join in the ride with him. Magnificent innings. 92 from just 53 deliveries.
Jordan. Well, a tame end to the men's game, but a victory for the Southern Brave. They have been absolutely outstanding for a long period of the day, the afternoon in particular. That man has been in control, and everything he's asked of his team, they have produced. The Southern Brave men now go top of the table in this year's 100. They are playing with confidence and have momentum.
Yeah, back-to-back wins for the Southern Brave. Coming off that win against Manchester Originals. It is the best start ever to a 100 season for them. They're now 3 from 4 matches. They've won at home, they've won away, they've won with different contributions from batters and bowlers.
Chase started well. Duckett at the top, away to an absolute flyer. In turn, got no real support.
Used just 5 of them used by James Vince. Akil Hussain opening up, he got 3. Chris Jordan was brilliant and really set the tone in the middle orders when they really needed it. Jofra Archer and Timo Mills.
So confirmation. Southern Brave posted 169 and win by 33 runs. Game 13 at Edgbaston.